What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the second episode of Hot Mic Sports. I'm your host, Ben Merrick. Super excited to have you guys back, or have you if you're new. Big topics today in the football world, so we'll just hop right into it. So the biggest news today, Le'Veon Bell wanting out of New York after their fifth loss, dropping them to 0-5. This news broke after it looks like Le'Veon Bell liked some tweets saying that Adam Gase wasn't a good coach, saying he needs to be involved more. So definitely some interesting stuff, but not really something we'd consider shocking. Like I said, New York's 0-5. Le'Veon Bell has always been a part of a winning culture in Pittsburgh, and Adam Gase was never really a big fan of bringing him on. So that connection was never really there between coach and running back. And when you got a superstar player like that, or at least he was, going to a place where the coach doesn't really want you there, that's just a setup for disaster. So the only problems with this is it'll be pretty hard to move Le'Veon Bell. He's on a big old contract. This year is fully guaranteed for him money-wise. He's guaranteed $6 million this year. He's going to get a $1 million guaranteed paycheck coming this Thursday. It's going to be pretty hard to move him before the deadline, especially with the production he's been putting up. He was hurt week 1, started for the first time this week again, and only got 13 carries and 1 reception. Not a quality running back from the looks of it, but from my perspective, that doesn't look like that's Le'Veon Bell's fault. I feel like that is 100% on Adam Gase. Adam Gase is a terrible coach. Jamal Adams criticized him on his way out, and here comes another superstar caliber player that is criticizing Adam Gase and wants out. So this has a lot to do with Adam Gase rather than Le'Veon Bell, and that goes play-wise and chemistry-wise. So after doing some research, I saw there is some pretty interesting fits on 3 different teams. Some people were talking about going back to Pittsburgh. I hate that idea. That was already a sour relationship with Mike Tomlin and Big Ben, and I don't see that working out any better. People can make the argument that AB is gone, but that is a toxic locker room that I don't think anyone should be in. But the possible landing spots for him, Le'Veon Bell that is, Chicago for me is the most interesting. David Montgomery has been a solid back, not very consistent. He has boom weeks, he has bust weeks, but Le'Veon Bell rather, if he were to move to Chicago, Nick Foles or Mr. Trubisky, whoever they have going forward, could really use a solid running back with superstar potential. Just a couple years ago, we were talking about Le'Veon Bell being the best running back in the league, almost by far. So moving him to Chicago, seeing if he could fit in that offense, making that playoff push as they have a good record, this would be a way to maintain that record rather than just falling off and giving your quarterbacks who are shaky a really good quality running back. Second landing spot I saw was very interesting was Arizona. With Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, we saw that this offseason, Arizona was not hesitant to pull off a big-time trade. And they look good this season. They're in a tough division with Seattle, who right now was just number 1 in the power rankings. Best team in football right now. So that is a tough division. Looking at the wild card for Arizona, but they can make a serious playoff push if they were to add a running back like Le'Veon Bell. Saying that Kenyon Drake isn't producing. Chase Edmonds has been a very solid back for them this year, but he's more of a running back too, a running back that would catch out of the backfield. He would be very complimentary to Le'Veon Bell, so we'll have to see how that goes. They would have to give up either Kenyon Drake or Chase Edmonds in a deal for Le'Veon Bell. And lastly, the team that's playing tonight, the Buffalo Bills, very interesting. Devin Singletary has been a good back for sure, and they got Zach Moss as well, but Le'Veon Bell is a no-doubt upgrade for them, and Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs already being a huge home run connection, having a better run game would undoubtedly, I think, make this team contenders. I feel like this team could win or go far this year, definitely make some noise in the playoffs if they added a player like a Le'Veon Bell. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Speaking of Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, and the Buffalo Bills, they're playing tonight. Should be a very interesting game against the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, it was moved to Tuesday due to the coronavirus, but they're definitely playing tonight as there was no new tests that were positive, that is. that should be a very, very interesting game. Saying that Kevin Byard's back there as safety. But other than that, Tennessee's DB core isn't great. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But another interesting matchup between the two teams will be Derrick Henry at running back versus the pretty stout Buffalo run defense. They're top 8 in the league right now. But they also haven't faced a guy at Derrick Henry's caliber. Derrick Henry coming off more rest. He keeps on rolling. He is getting better and better as the week goes on. I would be very scared if I was Buffalo's defense to see a possible breakout week from Derrick Henry. So that's all I got for today, guys. Make sure to keep an eye on that game tonight. Should be very, very interesting. If you enjoyed the video, if you want to see more content, please subscribe and like. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot, guys.